Hey, what's up? My name is Brian Thomas Smith, 6'3", based out of LA. This comes out.
Hello and welcome to Box Angeles Podcast with me. I'm your host, Mike Elder. Thank you for being here. Happy 2026. We're back with a brand new episode. I'm excited to get to it. But first, go to the YouTube channel, youtube.com/BoxAngeles. Subscribe over there. There's so much media, so much content for you to consume. You can put it on your TV in the background while you're working or playing or raising your kids. It's really good stuff. It'd mean a lot to me if you subscribe. So youtube.com/BoxAngeles. Like I said, we got a really good episode this week. Really fun. Brian Thomas Smith is here on the podcast. He's so funny, such a talented actor. You'd recognize him from millions of commercials, but also TV shows like The Big Bang Theory, The Neighborhood, Bad Monkey, Shrinking, NCIS. He's all over your television screens. And rightfully so. He's, like I said, so funny. I knew him from Big Bang Theory. We talked about that universe. We talked about his run on that show. We talked about his work in reality shows. He was on a few reality shows that led to acting work. We talked about his struggles lately, commercially. He said he went 0 for 6 on avails, which is absolutely crazy and relatable to many of us. So this was a really fun conversation that came out of nowhere. It came really quick. Brian followed me on Instagram and I immediately hit him up. So this was a great chat. We had a lot of laughs. He's a fun dude. Yeah, I don't want to waste any more time. So without further ado, let's get to it. Ladies and gentlemen, Brian Thomas Smith.
You want to talk to me? You want to talk?
Brian, I'm so pumped to have you here. As you were just alluding to, this happened really fast.
Yeah, I like the way I wish things happened more like that. You know, it's like, hey, are you free next week? Yeah, let's do this. Tuesday, done.
It is funny. Like you commented on Instagram, and I was like, "What? Brian from Big Bang Theory is talking to me? This is great. Get your ass over here."
I've been watching your little podcasts on the Instagram. They come up, and there's always someone interesting.
Why'd you have to call it little?
I didn't have to say little. Well, this thriving, growing.
That's right. This nascent little baby. I'm kidding. No, yeah, that's awesome. I appreciate you finding it, and I've been trying to infiltrate more acting algorithms somehow, just with like words and references and stuff, and it's been working. It seems like. I can't remember who popped up, but I was like, oh, I know that person, and then and they were talking about I think it was Bernstein, wasn't it? Ryan Bernstein. For sure. But I was watching before that. Oh, right. Yes. Yeah. But what I was going to say is I email so many people and it's like to do this podcast and it's always ends up being back and forth. They loop in their manager. I'm like, Jesus, just show up. And that's what you did. And I fucking love it.
Right?
It's way better.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm pumped to talk to you, Brian. As I alluded to, I of course know you from Big Bang. I didn't realize how many commercials you fucking did. And I was watching all your commercials earlier today and I was pumped on that. But the one thing I wanted to ask you right out the gate, and I want to hear your take on this because I'm curious. Right. You obviously are a very handsome man. You're a tall drink of water. You're as tall as I was expecting. Yeah. But you're also fucking funny.
Oh, thank you.
I don't know what that's like. I have one of those things, obviously. I'm very handsome.
Hey, I just did a self-tape for Grey's Anatomy, and the breakdown was average man.
Well, that was wrong.
Yeah,
But my question is, do people underestimate that you're going to be funny because you come in such like a nice, well-kept package?
Oh man, that's very kind. No, I don't know. I mean, the comedy world is where I live, and those people know me, and they bring me in for all the right opportunities in that world. But like. The leading man is like, usually a celebrity or star. So sometimes you're going up against, way out of your league. Like, I mean, not out of your league, but just guys that are going to get it with an offer or something, But yeah, I don't know. I love comedy. I love the half-hour TV world. I love it all. It's fun.
Yeah, I'm just thinking, I have a very attractive lawyer friend, and he always hates that people immediately think of him as attractive, and he's like, I'm so much more than this. Yeah. And I obviously was kidding about being handsome. I don't have that affliction, but I am curious, like, I feel like that would get exhausting at some point where people are like, oh, you just got it because you're attractive. You just got it. And I don't mean to make you embarrassed or anything, but.
Well, you're not interviewing Brad Cooper here. I mean. Sometimes
I'm interviewing BTS.
Yeah,
even better.
BTS. Sometimes I play a handsome guy, but a lot of times I just play like a big bro guy.
But are people, and that's my wheelhouse too, big bro. But are people like super surprised when you like drop a button at an improv audition and they're like, this guy's funny too?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if they're surprised. I don't know. That's I never think about that. I never put myself in that genre. So I just
What genre specifically?
the handsome leading
Really?
and yeah.
What do you categorize yourself as? If you're pitching yourself to like a new rep or something, what do you say you are?
Well, I mean, yeah, there is a leading man quality for sure, but I feel like I'm a funny guy friend. I'm the boyfriend. I don't know. A lot of those roles is what I get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always pitch myself as the everyday dad bod funny guy.
There you go. Yeah. And there's a world for that.
Yeah. Not apparently not lately because I haven't booked anything lately. But hopefully soon we're really pulling for something.
Right.
I wanted to ask about this because this is a very niche question, but like you are rocking a beard right now.
Yes.
Oftentimes you're not rocking a beard. Are you just going facial hair to facial hair, whatever you feel like, or are you always one thing and then they ask for another?
My strategy is always grow the beard, and then if you need to shave it for something, shave it. Because sometimes it's like, oh, I look totally different when I don't have my beard, when I'm clean shaven. So I try to keep it scruffy, and then I'll shave for an audition. I'll go mustache for an audition. Right now I have this gross long hair that I think needs to be cut, but I have a pin in me for a Bad Monkey episode. And that's a character that's already been established who has like a man bun and so in the next 2 weeks sometimes in January, I'm supposed to shoot this. They keep on pushing back this pin, so
who knows?
But I'm ready for a haircut.
Well, I'm always curious because I always rock a beard too, but lately I've been flirting with a mustache, and I'm like, is that going to mess me up? Did you get different headshots for all your different looks, or do you just
No, I have
default to beard? And
I have a scruffy headshot and a less scruffy headshot. That's kind of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So oftentimes, are you booking with a beard, and then they say, "Will you shave?"
They always ask me if you'll shave.
Right, of course. But like,
and then I show up and they're like, "We like it."
Yeah. Because like I said, I was watching a lot of your commercials, and I was shocked how many of your commercials you're clean shaven.
Yeah. And then when I played Zack on The Big Bang Theory, it was always clean shaven too. It was like a certain look that was pretty consistent. So, you mix it up. I don't know, but I would always show up to set with the beard, and then when it's time to shoot, we'd razor it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good to know because I'm always second guessing it. Like as you alluded to, we look completely different without beards.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're like a different specimen.
It is. It's funny. And I'm always talking about it too with my wife, and I don't think she's like, you look fine. It doesn't.
It's the one thing.
Like, do I go beard? Do I go long hair? I got to mix my look up. I think it's more about who you are.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
And that's probably true.
It helps. It helps to feel, if you're going to be this rough guy, you're going in for some, outdoors guy for a Chevy commercial or something. A beard would be nice.
Yeah.
You can't grow it in a day. So if you have it, use it, But if you're going to be, a lawyer and you gotta be clean shaven most of the time. So you gotta be ready to change.
Yeah. I'm always curious about it because it's one of those things that we can't control a lot, obviously. But that's one thing that we can control. So then whenever I find a lever or something I can adjust to like have any influence on any of this, I'm always super fascinated because I'm like a very analytical mind, and I'm like, how do we beautiful mind this algorithm of acting? And it makes no sense, and it's dumb because you're totally right.
You might be overthinking it. It is. Yeah. But it's something that we get to control. You're right. Like a lot of the stuff you don't get to control. So I can control my look a little bit.
Plus, lately, every goddamn commercial I see is a mustache. So I'm like, I should be rocking a mustache because clearly mustaches are in.
It's funny. It's just like, mustaches are in, mustaches are out. Yeah.
Yeah, my buddy Greg and my buddy Andrew are separate insurance ads, and they both have mustaches. I'm like, see, I should be rocking a mustache. Right. But I don't have a headshot with a mustache, so you got to do that whole thing. It feels like a nightmare.
Just show up to the audition with the mustache. See what happens.
You mentioned January. It is January. It's 2026. I know we got negotiations coming up and everything. How are you feeling? Where you're sitting? How are you feeling going into 2026 about the industry, about your career?
Yeah, I try to be optimistic as much as possible. This year started up 2 weeks into it, and I've been super busy. Tons of auditions, theatrical and commercial, and I'm on avail for a spot right now. 0 for 6 on avails last year.
Wow.
It's not good. It was like coming in second, third place, doesn't pay you anything. You're doing something right because you're getting there, but it does not help out with the mortgage. But this year's we're going to turn that page. All the avails are going my way. At least I tell myself that. But I try not to worry about where the industry's going. If it's going to be slow, I just kind of play it by what's happening right now. And right now it's thriving for me. It's I had 2 self-tapes that were due this morning. Turned them in last night. So it feels good. I love being busy.
Yeah. This too shall pass. It's like just control what you can control. And the broader industry, we have very little influence on. So.
I mean, the whole strike a few years ago and things are going to be awesome when we get out of this. It was like, this is not awesome. Nothing's, what did we fight for? What were we on strike for? I feel like we didn't get much.
And it's coming right back up. Although I heard they're negotiating earlier this year. February 9th, they're going to start negotiating rather than wait till June.
Oh, man.
So hopefully.
Yeah, so we don't have to go on strike again because that sucked.
Yeah. You were 0 for 6 on avails. Did you book anything last year?
Not a commercial.
Oh, those were all commercial?
Those are just commercials, yeah.
Wow. I don't want to dwell on this, but I think people like hearing that somebody like you gets there and just can't get it over the finish line. And I do an acting wrap every year. You might have signed it on my Instagram, but I didn't book a single thing from an audition last year.
Oh, wow.
And I had over 100 auditions.
Yeah.
And it's like,
isn't that crazy? Yeah. You got to have 100 auditions at least to book something. I mean, it takes, a lot of opportunities to get something, but I'm usually, 2 to 4 spots a year, which are great, and I have, one running right now that no one ever sees, but it's like one of those gifts that keeps on giving, because it still runs and pays.
Yeah.
For State Farm or something. And, it's like, I think it's going to be up for negotiation, after the 22 months, in February. So
that'd be nice.
That's like, those are the best. When you have those that run for a long time, you just get checks every quarter.
Did you work at all last year?
Yeah, I did. I Bad Monkey season 2.
Oh,
they brought me back for that. I did 3 episodes for season 1, and then I did 1. I was supposed to do 3, and it looks like I'm just going to do 2. I'm going to do 1 more here, either this week or next week. They said in January. So
yeah.
And then there's I don't know if I can talk about it. I think so, but at the Big Bang spinoff, Stuart fails.
I was on my list to see if you're in that.
Yeah, they got me in. And I had mixed feelings because I was like, man, it's like 4 of the recurring characters, and they brought them back for this epic 10-episode series for HBO Max it's going to be so different than The Big Bang Theory.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the same characters, but it's in this world it's shot like a comic book action movie.
Oh, that's fun.
Bizarro worlds that each episode is a new universe. And
this is amazing.
It's amazing, and I don't know how much I'm supposed to be sharing.
I know, but I love it.
But at first I was like reading about this, and Kevin Sussman and
Lauren.
Yeah, Bert and John, they're all awesome actors, and I got to work with them on the show, and I'm like, man, I feel like Zack should be one of these characters that are running around trying to save the universe with them.
Yeah, oh yeah.
It would definitely be some funny opportunities there with that type of character. But I got to be a guest star on the show, and hopefully there's a season 2 and I get to play more, but it's going to be so funny.
So I'm crazy. I thought it was another multicam. It's obviously not a multicam.
No.
Wow,
like
that's fun.
Big sets, action.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
When they announced that, I emailed Chuck Lorre to come do the podcast.
Hey, shoot your shot.
I did. He had like some assistant reply. He's unavailable right now, but we'll keep it in mind.
I need to reach out to him about my Zack's Theory spinoff, which I developed, and it's a pretty funny idea. And it would be like, out of all the character spinoffs, you would never think Zack, but it kind of makes sense that it's like this idiot. But it's based on his kindness and like his optimism and how everything's awesome. And I feel like now in the state of the world, we could use a little more Zack.
I agree.
It's kind of like Ted Lasso with a positive, vibe and good energy. And I think when the pandemic happened, everybody needed to watch Ted Lasso, and things are still, the world's not as happy as it used to be. So I feel like a Zack's theory would be pretty good timing right now. And now I just need to write it all out in a napkin and slip it in his pocket at the premiere party for this new show.
Wait, so you don't have it written yet, but you got a really good idea?
I have the whole deck, pitch deck, everything.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you just did that on your own just because you thought it was something fun?
I did it a while ago too, but it's been developed even more now. But it would be I just don't know how. At the time, there was no idea of. They were like, we reached out to him, my people, and they were like, "Oh, he's not interested in any spinoffs." But now they're already doing a spinoff, so maybe it's the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait. So, okay, walk me through this process. You're doing this great recurring character on Big Bang. It's fun. You just are inspired to do this on your own volition?
Yeah, I was like, how do we keep
this own fan fiction almost?
So the Big Bang Theory they have the best fans. They're obsessed with the show. If I walk around outside of LA, people stop and take pictures with me, and they're like, "Oh my God, are you Zack on the Big Bang Theory?" And I get to take photos and I do cameos and there's a huge fan base. No one really cares here in LA, which is okay, because they see people all the time, I guess. And anyway, but outside of LA, people, they also watch the Big Bang Theory and they love it. And I feel like there's a fan base for Zack, and at least from the people that reach out to me with love of the show and my character. So that'd be really cool to bring that character to life somehow in a new world. Okay.
Was this like a COVID project you came up with?
Yeah, that's when I did it. Okay. Through COVID, I developed it then. It might have even been right before it too. It was kind of like, his Zack character becomes really wealthy at the end of the series, and he's trying to have kids. So it has to do with like being really wealthy and fostering kids and going through the adoption process. But he's an idiot, but his ideas are never great. But, they're all with good intentions and through love and kindness. So somehow they all work, but they're not the brightest ideas. Sure. And it's kind of that world.
I love that. That's great. But you said it's been developed more since. So so you come up with this, you run it by your management, and you're like, "Hey, this is an idea I got," and then
it's mostly on my laptop with just me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You said it's been developed more. I thought like somebody.
No, I wish.
You had M. Night Shyamalan come in and punch it up or something.
That's a great idea. It's a great idea. I think what it takes is some courage on my end to just put myself out there and just
you're doing it right now.
See it. Get out there. Here we go. Here's my idea. Do you like it? But it doesn't do any good just sitting on my laptop.
No, it doesn't. But we'll clip this part of it and put this on Instagram and get your Big Bang army supporting it.
Write some letters.
My mom's in that army too, so she'll be very loud.
Most moms are. That's the number one. Most comments when they say, "Oh, hey, are you on the Big Bang Theory?" My mom loves that show. I'm like, you're another mom lover. Moms love the Zack. But you could admit it too if you like the show as well. But
I love the show.
They always say it's the mom. My mom loves that show. Can I take a photo for my mom?
My mom got me into it, if I'm being honest. Yeah. I love it too. It is really interesting though, because I say this fully, I love the show, but it does feel like it shouldn't be as relatable as it is, because these guys are fucking rocket scientists, and middle America just loves it. It's really fascinating how it took off.
It did, and these characters are so likable, and even Sheldon's not a likable character, but you just love him on the show, and they do. The writing is great. They write so many jokes, and it's so funny, and it is a show that you can just turn on at night when you're going to bed. Crank out 2 episodes and you feel good. And it's nowadays every show is like, if you missed that last episode, what's going on in this episode? And I love watching those style of shows too, but they aren't making the content where it's just like sometimes people just want to unwind.
That's
and watch
all I want.
Fun show.
I wish we made more multicams.
Yeah.
My favorite shows are multicams. Home Improvement, Cheers, Frasier, Big Bang. Truthfully, those easy watching stuff. Mm-hmm. It's for what you said. It's like, I don't want to watch a TV show that reminds me of the shitty world we live in. I want something that relaxes me and I can calm me down and be comforting and easy watch.
It's an easy watch, and it doesn't matter when you what season you chime into, you turn it on,
Exactly.
and that's
And
why
it's the same characters.
Yeah.
The Office, although that's not a multicam. But wait, but about the Big Bang Theory, remind me, you were in the pilot, right?
No, I came in on season 3, the season finale, season 3. Was just supposed to be a one-time guest star.
Okay.
I remember getting the audition on a Monday morning at 11. They said, "Hey, can you be at Warner Brothers by 5 for a producer session for this guest star? It works this week."
You love things that move fast.
Moves fast. And I showed up. There were 5 other guys there, or 5 of us. I knew all of them, and
Bradley Cooper was
he was working on something else. But and what's funny is like, if this would have happened season 10, they would have just probably offered it to some guy.
Yeah.
But I got in at season 3 when they were still auditioning a lot of people, and 2 of us went back into the room, and I took a couple notes. Chuck Lorre, Bill Prady, casting, everyone was there. And I'm driving back. They're like, "Hey, you booked it. Table reads on Wednesday." And it was awesome. I got to be on the Big Bang Theory.
what a whirlwind.
And they were laughing at everything I was saying. I mean, when we were taping in front of a live audience, I remember Kaylee, pulling me aside and was like, "Dude, you were killing it. The audience is laughing at everything." And they had written all these jokes for this dumb guy on top of the roof. We thought they were going to blow up the moon with this laser.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And it was a good dynamic, because then even like the Penny got to be like, "You are an idiot." And usually they were making fun of Penny being
Right.
an idiot. So it was another layer of just idiot, and it added a lot of opportunities for jokes. And I just remember when it was done, Chuck was like, "Oh, you're funny. That was great." And I thought, I think I'm going to be back.
Oh.
I thought so.
It was like you alluded to this, but it was for sure one to start. They were,
Oh, yeah.
This is just a one-off thing.
Yeah. And
That's
then I
great.
think 6 or 7 episodes into season 4, I got the call, "Hey, they want to pay you for 2 episodes." And I was like, "Sweet."
The gift that keeps on giving. Because didn't you do like 13, 15?
Yeah, then I did. So I did 3 episodes in season 4. Then they forgot about me for 5 and 6, and then they brought me back season 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There might be a record in there for the most amount of seasons and the fewest amount of episodes. Because not a lot of shows go 12 seasons.
That's true.
I did a lot of seasons.
Yeah.
Not a lot of eps.
But what a good, that's the, I have a lot of dreams, but that's like a dream where you book something, super easy booking, it sounds like, and then it just keeps on giving. It keeps on giving.
Yeah, and I think what was great is that every episode I was in, it was like, they were like, "We need to bring Zack back. How can we bring him in for this season? Oh, here's a funny idea. Let's do this." So, when I showed up, I would be in a lot, and have a lot of jokes written for me, and it was just fun. And to see everybody on the show, they were so warm and welcoming every season. Even though they made more and more money, they were still super, super, super cool every time I came back.
That's great.
What a wonderful family that was.
Yeah.
And still is. It's great.
Well, I interviewed Kevin Sussman a long time ago on the podcast, and
He's amazing.
he got me into a taping.
Oh, cool.
Because I was like, I love multicams. He's like, "Come to a taping." So I went to a taping, and it was so relaxed, so fun, so efficient. I think that
So
was
efficient.
like later season.
Dialed in.
Yeah, what a good gig. I mean, that's awesome. You mentioned their money going up, and feel free to tell me fuck off.
Yeah.
Is your are you chipping away at all as you go deeper in?
The guest star rate would go up every, I think, 5 episodes you do. They crank it up, and then more 5, and then another tier, and then that was good. And then they brought me over to United States at Al, and it was still that world, so they kept my guest rate up, which was nice. But yeah, I mean, it's crazy how much money they were making, and how not
Life-changing money.
Yeah.
But I think that speaks to, like, you were saying how that you just got all these laughs. I think when actors come in and do that, writers just want to write for you because you make it so easy on them. So I totally get why they would bring you back.
Yeah, I think that's what they really like that. They were like, "It's so fun to write for Zack," because it's just another level of, like, so many other people had other jokes. I mean, there was I can't remember the line, but like literally Johnny Galecki just stares at me after I said something, and we got the biggest laugh to where we had to wait, and like the audience is still laughing because I think I said something like, "Yeah, because we're like the same," and he just looked at me like, "You think we're the same?" Like, and the audience just laughed forever, and it's just fun. It's funny. I mean, the audience really does laugh. It's not, if anything, they have to trim the laughs because they're real.
And people shit on laugh tracks. I'm like, no, they're real. They're great. And is that something that you like? I would assume you like that immediate gratification.
Instant gratification.
Because it's like a commercial.
We don't get that in auditions anymore. Self-tape, you get nothing.
Are you not going in much? I'm going in a lot more for like Bernstein and stuff.
Well, yes. I mean, for commercials, but like I miss the like theatrical auditions where you go in, you see some buddies in the waiting room, you catch up, you go in, you get a hug from the casting director. They're laughing with whoever's in the room with them. You leave thinking, I just killed that because that was really funny.
Yeah, you get some
feedback. They gave me a note. I took it. That like, boom, we just nailed that. Now I'm doing self tapes and I'm just throwing them out there, and I don't get feedback. Every once in a while, my agent will watch it, be like, hey, that was great, but give me. Like no one reaches out. Casting doesn't reach out. Production doesn't reach out with like we really like them, but we're going somewhere else. Nothing. I'm just like, did someone watch it? I hope they did. It's a weird world, but you do get to take your time with it. You do get to explore more at home in your setup where you're shooting. It's a little challenging when you have 3 kids and there's a nap schedule and you got to do it now because we have natural light from the windows.
Not to mention the kids' nap schedule.
That's what I'm saying. Don't mess with my nap schedule. I'm not doing a self-tape if it's my nap time. But there were days when my wife would be holding a baby, nursing, camera, reading lines, keeping the baby quiet. And this is what I'm looking at, and I'm doing the scene.
Wow.
And it's like,
that's tough.
I wish I had a POV of what I was looking at when I was doing the scene for you guys to know I was doing my best.
Yeah. That's wild.
Wild.
I feel like I come off as neurotic on this podcast, but yeah, with that, exactly what you said about the lack of feedback, I always just like, I'm good at letting it go, so I'm not neurotic. But like
letting it go is huge.
When you submit it, you're just like, was I even in the ballpark? Was I even close? Did I choose my right? Like, you can end up down such a weird thing without any feedback. It's just an open-ended,
right? Like,
choose your own adventure.
Because casting will get their submissions, and I think they watch them all, so it does get watched, and then they'll take their favorite ones and send it up the ladder. I don't think they can send them all up.
You're confident they all watch them all?
I think casting does for sure, but I don't know if casting said this is what they're looking for, I'm going to throw you up there, and then you get looked at by the top people that are making the decisions. It would be nice to be like, hey, we sent his up. I don't know, you did good.
Yeah, something.
Yeah, we're fragile creatures.
I know.
As actors, we need some reassurance that we're doing good jobs.
Absolutely, and you're right. That's right. But you are going in for commercials.
Oh yeah,
now?
tons.
Yeah. I am too. Like 200 South and Ryan Bernstein's office. I love Elevator.
And there's a mix. Like it's like most are in person, but there are some self tapes. And sometimes I'm like, I wish I would have just gone in for this and acted with another actor and just done this. And they're getting away with not doing round one at the studio. We're doing it at home, and I got to pretend to act with some other person, or there's props involved, or I don't know if this is the exact tone they're looking for. We're just going to guess here. Yeah. So commercials, I don't mind making the trip across town.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
I've interviewed a number of session directors lately, the people that like help us with those commercial auditions when we go in.
Yeah.
And they are so, I love that.
They're the best.
Like I just need a slight direction. Give me something that I'm on the right feedback or on the right track. And yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
Why have you, and I've interviewed a lot of people lately, and I feel like when people get to your level, they don't want to do commercials anymore, or they view it as a waste of time. But
a lot of people
chugging away. That's not a word. Chugging away at commercials. Why is that? Why did you choose to do that? Or speak to that, I guess.
Yeah.
Because I agree. Why not? If you're not working, why not?
I mean, I bought a home. Commercials? Not from like back in the day when you would do a commercial, you could make some really good money. And sometimes it's not worth it to drive all around, and it's a numbers game. And it's just like, then you book a commercial and it doesn't even air, or you made $2,000 on it. And it's like, well, that wasn't even really worth all my time to go in for 50 auditions. But for me, it is. I want to book 1 million commercials. I can't wait till I'm book a campaign, and there's my moneymaker right there. I'm the AT&T guy or something.
Capital One guy.
Yeah, Capital One guy.
Jeremy Grant, he's great. He did the podcast.
Yes, and those opportunities are out there. So I'm staying in the game until I am a series regular on a TV show, and I have no time to do commercials. That's when I'll hang up the hat. But I mean, hell, there's celebrities, and now you don't see every commercial has a celebrity in it now, and so I don't know when it's like, is it like, whoa, you do commercials, but you're an actor on? That's like. You see all levels of celebrity doing commercials.
Yeah, I think largely the people are saying it's not worth the squeeze anymore.
Yes.
You've seen a sharp decline in, because you've done so many fucking commercials. It's wild. You've seen a sharp decline in the things you are booking now? As far as monetarily, I mean?
Yeah, I don't think you make as much money. It all depends on the spots. It all depends on the usage. They all change. Some of these are just like internet. They play a lot on the internet, and we don't get paid as much as we should for how much people see these commercials online. That should be totally handled through SAG, and we have to monetize streaming views for commercials. But yeah, I mean, so I was. Did you hear that KMR scandal with Mark Measures?
Yeah,
I was like patient zero.
No,
I was like,
I had friends there too.
Yeah, so I was like, how am I not? I feel like I'm missing checks, and I reached out, and they would be like, oh yeah, we put it in the mail. It's like, all right. After the third time I got it was mailed excuse. We must have got lost in the mail. I was like, can I just get a list of all the spots or payments that you sent out? And I was missing like 4 out of 7, and that was like, it was like May. So I was like, okay, so this in 5 months I'm missing all these checks, and I was like, can I get a list of all my commercials? And then I got to see how much money I made commercially, and I was like, this is pretty awesome. I've made this much money in commercials. I did not know that. I mean, over 20 years.
Right.
But yeah, so I was missing like over 20 grand in lost checks.
Were you ever able to?
So I got it all back before they closed the doors.
Jeez, thank God.
It's pretty weird. I was like, does this happen a lot for other people? How do we not hold people accountable for this?
Yeah, well, that was an agency, right? They're supposed to be more thorough than a management company, and they're supposed to go through certain checks and balances. So it was kind of frustrating that.
So I hope everybody was reimbursed. I got paid back, so that was nice. But it was like money later. I could have used that another time, but whatever.
Yeah. Damn, that's wild.
Yeah. But yeah, man, commercials. I remember back in the day when you could crash commercials because you just signed up with a pencil.
Dude, that's hilarious. I interviewed Ross Lacey and asked him about that.
Oh, yeah.
And he was like, he didn't love it, but he was like,
I lived in a house with like 5 guys, and 3 of us were actors. And it was like, if anyone had an audition, we all had an audition. And we all drove around and went to these places, and we all signed up. You just put your name on, and sometimes it would be a list to be like, wait, you're not on the list, and I just got called today. Okay, we'll do it. And I was crashing a Coors Light commercial with my roommates, and across the hall was a Heineken ad, and so I went across and signed up for the Heineken ad. I was like, all right, 2 beer spots. I didn't have any, now I have 2, and I got a call back for the Heineken spot. My agents were like, hey, you got a call back for Heineken. We didn't remember submitting you. And I was like, oh, they asked me to come in. I went in and auditioned for them. So I had the call back, and it was with the celebrity. And I booked it, and it was with Jennifer Aniston, 2002. She got paid $1 million to do this commercial. She was there for 8 hours. The contract was, this will not air in the U.S., celebrities don't do commercials. She was dating Brad Pitt last season of Friends. It was big time Jennifer Aniston. And it aired all over the world, but the United States. And there was no YouTube. So like, it didn't even live online. I mean, there might have been YouTube, but no one was watching videos online. So no one was really like, no one saw this until later in life. Then it came out on YouTube, and people were watching it. Like, this is so funny. And I was like, I just worked with Jennifer Aniston. It was me and her in the commercial. It was really, really funny. And she asked me to reach for the beer. And
I saw it.
I turned, and I made $5,000 for 2 years of usage And then after the 2 years, they paid me $2,000 more for another year of usage. So I made.
Was it non-union?
It was, but it was union, but it was not. There was no usage. It was just international lump sum. That's all I got. $7,000. Jennifer made $1 million on that job, and that was in 2002.
And you were the funny one.
What are they making now? Now they have to do these commercials because here's $10 million. Here's $20 million. Will you show up for a couple hours?
Yeah,
and you can't say no, so you can't get upset for celebrities stealing all these commercials because
how could they?
What are they? Yeah, I'll do it.
Wait, so you booked that from crashing an audition? That's what a way to reinforce the bad behavior.
I booked the Bud Light campaign to crashing.
What?
Yeah. I booked it. It was 3 spots. They loved it. They did 2 more. I did like 5 spots of this guy being trained by the brewmaster. I had a good beer run,
which is wild. Like. That's awesome. Yeah. That's so awesome. Oh man, I wish I auditioned for more beer stuff.
Yeah, those days are gone. Now it's dad stuff, but it's out there. I mean, the commercial world is. That's why a lot of people skip town. They're like, I can move. I can do this acting anywhere now because you don't have to live in expensive LA, and you can still get your self tapes and audition and live somewhere else that's more affordable. I love living in LA. I love the people here. I love the weather. I love what's going on. I'd miss it. And I don't get to drive across town to sit at 200 South La Brea if I'm not here.
I do love 200 South La Brea. It is lovely.
What's great is you meet people, you get to see people and like, hey, how you been? I worked with you 10 years ago. What was the spot? And then you're like, cool. What's up? Where you living? Yeah.
Yeah. You check in.
Life, Yeah.
1000%. When was the last time you had a day job? You moved here in 2000?
Yeah, 2000, summer of 2000.
When was the last time you had a day job? I feel like you've just been working so much.
Yeah, I hung up. I have my beer opener for my last shift at the Parlor in Santa Monica, 2013 on my wall.
Amazing.
In case I ever need it. I have opened beers with it, but I haven't gone to work with it.
You were a bartender.
Yeah, bartender. Cool. Bartender for all these years. I'm loving it. Working with a bunch of other actors and, we're covering shifts for each other. And, I just remember the days of like working on a project that didn't pay much, but you're, giving up your shifts just to do it.
Yeah.
And you're like, God, I'm actually paying to be on this thing. And you don't know where it's going to lead. You want to work as an actor, so you take the jobs. But yeah, I Big Bang was rolling around with recurring, and I had some big commercials going, and I was like, I have a good nest egg. I'm going to stop working. And also the Parlor closed and they switched locations, and I think that helped me like transition
Felt like
out.
An easy chapter.
Yeah,
I was going to say I feel like that was post Big Bang, so it was just a matter of like, let me trust that this is real for a second. And then
Yeah. Which is scary, but I get enough. That's why I was always like, and I had like a nest egg going where I was like, I'd love to see if I could get into a home. But then I was like, I don't know if I could go 5 years without working. Like, it's so crazy. But then every year I would make enough money to be like, I didn't lose my nest egg. I made money this year, or I didn't lose that much money. I've worked enough.
Yeah.
I always make my insurance. So that's amazing. And I just find ways to work, and there's residuals and just other ways. But and so it was like scary. So then when I bought a home in 2022.
Recent.
Yeah. And that was like strike and then all these things. Yeah. It was like, wait, what happened? I was supposed to be working all the time.
When you do it.
Yeah.
Wait, what ended up being your longest drought? Was it the strikes and stuff? Like you just mentioned, like I could not work for 5 years. What did you ever have? One of those dark periods where you did have a bit of a slow period?
No, I mean slow, but I was able to still work.
Okay.
I still get jobs, and sometimes it's residuals or commercials or whatever. But yeah, you know how it is. There's like years where it's like a vibration. I think when you're on this like vibration of booking, you go into auditions and you don't feel like, God, I hope I get this. I need this so bad. I got stuff to pay for or whatever. And you just booked. I just worked on this. I'm going to book this, or I don't care if I don't get it. And then you get it. And then you just start working. And it's just like that mentality is hard. That vibration is hard to keep living on and creating because you go through those droughts. How do you go into these auditions thinking, oh, I don't need this when you really do? That's where you got to trick your mind or something, you know? And it helps by booking that job. You get that job and then the next job, and you're like, I just did 3 jobs this month, and you know, what's next?
Yeah.
And it's a vibration that flows and it works. And you can get distracted and not feel it, and come in desperate. But those times when you're feeling the flow, it's real.
It's great.
It's great. Yeah. And you work.
Because you were doing so many commercials and then you got into TV, it seemed like, was that a hard jump for you? Because I feel like a lot of times in this town we get pigeonholed into TV or commercials.
Well, the goal was never to come out here to do commercials.
Of course.
Like, I was lucky enough to book some commercials early. And I got in good graces with with the casting world there. So once you're in with the casting directors and that world of commercial directors, and that you get requested and you get in a lot. So you get more opportunities, but I had no opportunities for television or film. I couldn't get an agent.
Right. Yeah. It's fucking hard.
I was over at Leslie Kahn's acting studio, and she was a champion for me. She was like going to bat. She got meetings with agencies for me. It was like, this kid doesn't have an agent. He is putting up great work in class. He should be working. Will you please take a meeting? And I would take a meeting. They're like, we loved him, but he doesn't have any credits, so we just got to pass. It was like a vicious cycle. It was like, and then you're in class and everyone's putting up all these scenes from their auditions and real life auditions. And I was like, wish I had that, you know, but I finally got in. I got in through The 12th Man, which was a Dan Fogelman, his second pilot he ever did for Fox. They needed a basketball player, 6'3" or taller. They had tested 9 people. They couldn't find their person. They were shooting in 2 weeks. They needed to cast the lead to The 12th Man. Everyone else was already cast. And I went in on a Monday. They said, can you come back tonight and read for the producers? So I read for them. They were like, can you come back tomorrow? We want to work with you. They worked with me. I test on Wednesday. Susan Vash was the cast director. She's like, they're not going to laugh. They haven't laughed at anybody. So just go in there. Let's just do the scene. We went on a Wednesday. I signed a contract. This is what I'm going. I don't even have an agent. I'm just going to. I'm making this.
You love moving fast.
This is. We're moving fast here, and they were laughing at everything. The whole audition, instant feedback. I was like, I fucking crushed that. Excuse my language. And then
vibration.
Yeah. And then Thursday, we're like, we're going to put you on tape with another actor, and they did that. And then Friday, I'm showing up to on the Fox slot to do it again. I walk into the room and everyone just starts clapping, and they're like, "You're our 12th man." I was like, "I don't have to do it. I've been working really hard."
That's amazing.
Yeah, they're like, "No, you got it. You're our 12th man." And then I shot the pilot, and I was going out to dinners with every agency in town. They were all
wow.
Like,
that's so annoying, though.
And it's like no one wanted me 6 months
until
ago.
you have something.
Yeah.
That's so frustrating.
But I got in the game. I signed with an agency, and then I started auditioning more, and then it started getting some work. But like, to be in the game is hard to break through. Like, I don't know how you would do it nowadays. How do you break through? But everyone has their own journey. But
I host a podcast to meet people. That's what I try to do.
And then it is also meeting people, networking. That's great. And you get a lot of jobs that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't realize this, and I want to ask you about it. You did 2 reality shows? Yeah. I quit my job last year, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to try to get on some reality shows. I really want to get on The Traitors. Yeah. You know anyone that's casting The Traitors? Get me on it, please, because I think I would fucking kill that show. But how do you get them to not – because they don't want actors. So how did you get on? You were
this
on
was early.
Fear Factor and Amazing Race.
I did Fear Factor like in 2000 when I first moved out.
Oh, okay.
When I first moved out here, a buddy of mine was like, I just won $25,000 doing Dog Eat Dog. And I was like, $25,000? And then I was like, Fear Factor's $50,000. I can do that. I made a tape. I got on. And I thought I was going to win. I lost my temper because they eliminated me after I stuffed my mouth full of cod egg sack covered in ants crawling on my face. I'm eating as fast as I can. I made a few comments to provide some comedy to the episode, or otherwise I'm just chewing for 20 minutes, and they called time while I was swallowing the last bite. And they edited it to where it looked like I was just talking the whole time. And I was like, I'm not leaving. I wouldn't leave because I ate it. but they were like, you didn't swallow the last bite. And I was like, you, and then there was like a countdown that they added in post and all kinds of stuff. I was going to pick
They
up
fucked you over?
big time.
Wow.
And, but I was able, 2 years later, my brother and I were at a Dave Matthews concert, selling t-shirts that my buddy from college, he had like all these extra t-shirts he was selling.
Dave Matthews posters right here.
Yes. Probably sold some t-shirts with those on there. But, a guy that was in our group was like, hey, I recruit for Amazing Race. And I was like, I'm an actor. I can't, and then
too serious.
Then I was like, that would be amazing to race around the world with my bro. So I did that and it was so fun. It was crazy is like when I started auditioning, a lot of casting directors were like, hey, you're one of the brothers from the Amazing Race.
What? Really?
Yeah. They all watch it. Casting loves reality shows. It's different. I don't know.
It's not work.
Yeah.
Wow.
But
how long were you gone on the Amazing Race? And how many self-tapes did you miss?
none. I didn't have an agent. Yeah, right. And you didn't do self-tapes back then. You had to be in person or you didn't have the opportunity.
Whenever I leave town, I miss something. So I'm sure you missed a lot,
Yeah.
even without an agent.
Right. But when you know what's crazy? For the 12th Man, the casting associate was like, I brought you in because I was looking for actors 6'3" or taller. And I was like, you're one of the on the Amazing Race. You're one of the brothers. Yeah.
See what?
So it did
I gotta
help.
get on the traders.
Get on it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
How long were you gone for?
We were gone for 40 days.
Damn.
I think 20 something on the race. And then they send you to Sequesterville to hide out.
Yeah,
But
where were you
gone.
sequestered at?
Cancun.
Oh, that's nice.
It was nice. But I'd rather have been racing around the world trying to win $1 million. That was fun.
cool.
Yeah, that was fun. It was a great time.
Did you have to actually audition for it, or did that guy just essentially get you on?
Oh no, we had to make this audition tape, and then we were in a hotel room in Santa Monica for like 3 days auditioning.
Wow.
Just meeting after meeting after meeting.
Almost like the American Idol shit, where
Yeah,
you just like
you're-
follow you through, and
you're
all the
like
producers.
seeing other people, other actors. You're like, wait a minute, who are they? What's that team? Oh, and we had names for all the teams and stuff, and so we would be like talking to other people about the other teams, and so we were told that we were selected. So it was like we had like 1 month to prepare to get ready.
That's wild. Did your brother have to like quit his job or something?
We were bartending at the time.
Oh, okay.
So he was working the door. I was bartending, and we are just like, we got to leave. We're not telling you why.
They're like, okay,
Sure.
we'll just
Get your shifts
another
covers.
actor.
Hopefully, you have a job when you come back.
That's so cool, though. I love that everyone recognized you from that
Yeah, it was such a fun show too. It was season 7.
early on.
Yeah, and now you can get all the shows now. They're all available, so that's fun to go back and you can watch the show. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. What do you do moving away from all of this? What do you do to get away? Like, what do you do to rewind or unwind or recharge? Or do you have any hobbies? Or
Yeah, I play basketball. I play basketball every Tuesday night, which is like
wait, where at?
right now we're playing at a middle school in Santa Monica.
Nice.
It's like a bunch of guys in the industry, and
that's cool.
We all get together. We've been doing it for over 15 years for me, and it's awesome. No one really talks about acting or anything or the business. We just hoop. And I played ball in high school, and like to be able to still be playing basketball, my body still works, and like to play competitively we're not nearly as good, or I would speak for myself, but I still have fun. I'm coming home sweaty, buckets of sweat, and it feels good. And then right now I got a 5, 3, and a 1-year-old. We're busy. Everyone's like, oh, these are the best years of your life. I'm like, they're very long days. And the ringer, when you're on set, it's like hair, makeup, throw you through the ringer. The ringer is like, for me, is like dinner, bath time, pajamas, story time, bedtime. It's like 3 hours of the ringer every night. And sometimes it's smooth and sometimes it's not, and these are the years that you're going to look back on and be like, God, I miss those days, kids talking to me and loving me.
Yeah, just be present for sure.
Throwing food at me. Yeah. So my wife and I are very present with our children, and we're obsessed with them. And so we're enjoying this time. Our social lives have plummeted big time. We used to visit friends and go out and do stuff. And now it's a little harder to do. Now we're home a lot. But
Is your wife in the industry?
she teaches dance. So she has a little dance club at the house.
yeah.
We converted the garage into a dance studio.
To like what age group?
From tinies to like tots to big kids 5+, and
amazing.
then she has her adult classes.
That's awesome.
Yeah, there's
Good
some,
for her.
just like playing hoops when you're, retired, there's some dancers out there that don't want to retire. They got to get that.
Oh yeah.
Get that dancing fix in. And it's a good vibe over there.
Wait, can you dunk?
No, man, I have no vertical.
Could you ever?
I dunked once in high school, and not like in a game, like running from half court, jumping off a trampoline. No, but my license plates in high school said 6'3", no V, because I have no vertical, and I was
That's
on the
funny.
basketball team.
Yeah, we had a friend in college that was always bragged about being 6'3", but they couldn't dunk. It would be like
Yeah.
6'3", but can you dunk?
And then you see these shorter people just flying up there, and you're like, man, you know what I could do with that? And they're probably thinking, you know what I could do with that size? Yeah.
Yeah, it's a push and pull for sure. Basketball is such a good fun workout too, like a full body.
It is, man. It's sometimes I just show up with my number one goal is to hustle and burn calories and just sweat. You know? And then sometimes I'm like, I'm going to shoot a lot of 3-pointers, and I don't care if I miss.
Just sending them, hucking them.
Yeah,
That's so funny. The last question I like to ask Brian is, who took a chance on you?
Who took a chance on me? That's man. It's what's crazy is like I feel like in this industry and in this city, it's so important to have like a mentor, and I feel like I never got one. I feel like I seriously, a sad story. Like I took a chance on myself.
Who took a chance? Nobody.
I think I took a chance on myself, and I still, every year I'm like, this is the year where I break through next level roles, series regular. This is the year. I'm so fortunate to be in the game, but I want more. I'm like living the dream, but where does the dream end? And maybe I'm just doing it right now. Like this is the dream. I don't think there was somebody that was like, I'm going to take a chance on you. Now there's people that have hired me for jobs that took a chance, obviously, and I feel like it worked out. But I've worked for some people over and over again. But as far as like somebody like really diving in there and having my back and being like, you're going to be a star, kid. This is how you do it. Just me believing in myself.
Yeah.
Just the insanity of being an actor and being told no a million times and still believing, it's still there. That lottery ticket's out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, my wife took a chance on marrying me, but
To be determined if that works out.
Yeah, right. But
Yeah, I think it's important that people send the elevator down. You know what I mean? And so the fact that nobody, in your opinion, has done that for you, like you should think about that when you do.
For sure, give back. Yeah, like I was in college doing plays, and I packed up my car and drove out here, and I knew one person. I slept on his couch for a while until we shared a bedroom for too long, and then it was just like. That was me betting on myself. That was me taking a chance on me. I still do it. There's no backup plan. I love the grind. I'm used to the grind. Part of me loves it, I guess, or else I would be out.
Yeah.
The minute the grind is too much and you can't handle it, then maybe there's other opportunities for you out there. But I'm a lunatic, man.
Well, it's just this town is just so frustrating because it's like, I wish more people did send the elevator back down. It's like you had a casting associate that saw you on An Amazing Race that brought you in for this thing. And then agents wanted to talk to you. It's like, that shouldn't be the case.
Yeah.
You shouldn't need all that stuff to line up perfectly for people to want to help you out. It's so frustrating.
I mean, there are like when I did Dan Fogelman's pilot, he had me audition for his movie that he directed, and I got a part, and I got to work with Al Pacino. And so like he sent the elevator down for me, and I play ball with Bill Lawrence, who does a million amazing shows. And he did Bed Monkey and Shrinking, and he sent the elevator down for me. So there's some gifts, for sure, for just being around, being a good guy, hanging in there. And also I feel like when you work and you get more work, it's easier for people to send the elevator down because they're not doing you such a favor because you are a talented work actor and you're going to do great in the scenes. And this is maybe a good role for you. So it's not just like a handout. It's like, hey, you'd be great for this. Are you free? So that's great. It's like you kind of have to do your own work while hopefully you're networking.
Right. Wait, have you ever been offered a commercial?
I got offered a Bud Light spot I shot it in Miami. It wasn't really an offer. I had to go in an audition.
Well, that's
but
that's the opposite of an offer.
Well, the director called me to say, come on in.
Oh, okay.
Are you free to go to Miami?
Sure, okay.
But you have to come in and meet the Bud Light people.
Sure, okay.
And that spot never
That's
ran.
wild to me, though.
Ran. Yeah.
It never ran?
It never ran.
Oh.
A lot of those, but
That's wild to me, though, that it's so weird when I see all the commercials you've done and you still have to jump through these
you
hoops.
still got to jump. It's crazy. I feel like there's like in theatrical, you can skip and go straight to producer sessions.
Yeah.
I feel like in the casting world, it'd be great if I could just go. Maybe just show up to the callbacks.
I know, that'd be great.
But no, that's not the case.
It's damn tough out here. And I also forgot to mention, what high school did you go to in St. Louis? I know that's a question.
It's a big question. Lafayette Lancer, baby.
That's right.
Yeah.
I know so many St. Louis people out here.
Yeah.
And I love asking that question. And I forget the
We
high schools.
love our high schools.
My neighbor's from St. Louis, Alyssa.
Oh, I wonder what high school she went to.
Ryan, this is great. Thank you so much for coming down.
Oh, this is great. Thanks for having me, Mike.
I will put this out next week immediately because I know you like things to happen fast.
This is the year of speed. We're gonna get things done fast.
Yeah,
and a
we're
lot.
going to book stuff this year, both of us.
Oh, are you kidding me?
Fuck yeah. All right, Brian, you got to tell Slate here.
Stay on that vibration. Oh, Brian Thomas Smith, 6'3", based out of LA. Is that what you want?
It's great. Amazing.